Suddenly, I heard a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door.
An ordinary man living in the everyday world.
I haven't been happy 1 minute of my entire fucking life.
Who's running out of patience. A peaceful man who's about to be pushed a little too far.
You know what's funny? You know what really makes me laugh? I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a fucking comedy.
If everybody will stay out of my way, then nobody will get hurt.
Take your shot, fun boy.
I don't suppose you have a couple of bucks you can give me? It would really help me out. If you give me your address, I'll mail it back, honest.
And why should we believe you?
Who in the fuck what you think?
You got nothing left to lose. Nothing can hurt me anymore.
You're all going to die.
Some say he was murdered, though no body was ever found.
We've killed you, man. You're dead.
We must find the remains and bury him in hallowed ground.
Look. Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children.
Mother! Oh, God! Mother! Blood! Blood!
You want death? Here he is, people! Take a good look!
Rolling back prices to 1965. What do you think of that?
Yes. All you have to do is wish it.
My life is nothing but a comedy.
See, I'm not the thief. I'm not the one charging 85 cents for a stinking soda. You're the thief.
It's 22 years later.
I'm the bad guy? Yeah.
All of you, this system that knows so much, you decide what's right or wrong.
Following the rules and putting his faith in a justice system that he was assured was fair and balanced. But just like everything else, it turned out to be a fucking lie, and the people that it hurts most are the dumb saps naive enough to trust it.
They think that we'll just sit there and take it like good little boys, that we won't werewolf and go wild.
You finished?
You heard me rapping, right?
How does a man react to the knowledge that he's going to be blown to bits within a half an hour? Answer, it depends on the individual.
Misjudged you, Wordsworth.
You underestimated me. You wanted the whole country to see the way that a librarian dies. Well, let the whole country see the way an official of the state dies, too. You have this strong symbol of giant authority and this insignificant librarian. But suddenly, in the eyes of God, there is precious little to distinguish us.
Falling down.
Let's call it a day. Come on. I'm the bad guy?
Another lie that he was sold. On the other hand, a more modern interpretation of Bill from the big-brained individuals of today could best be summed up as, boo-hoo, straight white man is angry at the world because he doesn't have all of the privilege now. Pass me the world's smallest violin.
How'd that happen? I did everything they told me to. Did you know I build missiles?
Yeah.
I helped to protect America? You should be rewarded for that. Instead they give it to the plastic surgeon. You know, they lied to me.
Is that what this is about? You're angry because you got lied to? Is that why my chicken dinner's drying out in the oven? Hey, they lie to everybody. They lie to the fish. But that doesn't give you any special right to do what you did today.
Yes, I'd like a ham and cheese omelet, lamb fries.
I'm sorry.
We stopped serving breakfast at 11:30.
Drink, 85 cents. You pay? Oh.
A little too formal.
I stay.
I mean, you stole your baseball bat, but he paid for the soda.
If everybody will stay out of my way. Here, you want a briefcase? Here's my briefcase! Here's the briefcase, huh? Wait a minute. Then nobody...
Be careful.
I don't think anything's wrong with the street. I think you're just trying to justify your inflated budgets.
Well, I guess so.
I'll give you something to fix.
Hey, Charlie!
Are we having fun or what?
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push. It will destroy you too. One day, Michael, this rage which drives you, you think if you kill them all, it will go away. It won't.
Search your hearts for the thing you value most, then despair, for I have come to take it from you.
You have to fight it in the place where it's strongest, where it all began. If you want to get rid of this rage,
you're going to need more than some psycho mumbo-jumbo to get to the bottom of what's wrong with me.
From now on, I will refer to you only as human. You have no other identity.
I believe that you have fabricated a series of events that you use to conceal the truth about your condition. I have read 12 different accounts of your past, all different, except for one.
There are 4 lights.
There are 5 lights. How many do you see now?
You are 6 years old. Weak and helpless. You cannot hurt me.
Tell me how you came to be. Explain what made you what you are today. How you come to be sitting across the table from me, dying.
Is that all? Well, I guess you could say I once had a very bad day.
Really? Go on.
It was a Thursday night. Things had been getting worse. I was 3 days from the bank foreclosing on my home. The chemical plant I worked nights at was about to lay off half the workforce. And I was sitting in the hospital, holding the hand of my pregnant wife.
Space, you see, is not just nothing. If I could magnify my hand to an enormous degree so that you could see all the molecules in it, I don't know how far apart they would be, but it seems to me they would be something like tennis balls in a very, very large space. And you'd look, when I moved my hand like this, and say, for God's sake, look at all those tennis balls. They're all going together. crazy. And there are no strings tying them together. Isn't that queer? No, but there's space going with them. And space is a function of, or it's an inseparable aspect of, whatever solids are in the space.
I'll give you a little more. I just hope you're taking notes. It's the day after, and I'm standing in the freezing rain.
You can understand at once how you are not just to be exclusively defined as a flash of consciousness that occurs between two eternal darknesses, which is the popular common sense view which Western man has of his own life. The earth is not a big rock infested with living organisms, any more than your skeleton is bones infested with cells.
How, even after living with the pathetic wretch I was, she still wanted my child. And then they arrived. Reality's way of yanking me another wedgie.
You try to say what a person does. It's the only way in which you can describe what a person is. Describe what they do. Then you find out that in making this description, you cannot confine yourself to what happens inside the skin. In other words, you can't talk about a person walking unless you start describing the floor. Because when I walk, I don't just dangle my legs in empty space. I move in relationship to a room. And so in order to describe what I'm doing when I'm walking, I have to describe the room. I have to describe the territory. So in describing my talking at the moment, I can't describe this just as a thing in itself, because I'm talking to you. And so what I'm doing at the moment is not completely described unless your being here is described also.
You are looking a little better, Ellis.
Well, I have my good days and bad days, but I do try and start each one with a smile.
So if that is necessary, if in other words, in order to describe my behavior, I have to describe your behavior and the behavior of the environment, it means that we've really got one system of behavior. That what I am involves what you are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are.
A wise man once told me that if you have to have an origin story, you're better off making it multiple choice.
And never facing up to the truth of what happened. What you did. How you got here.
Oh, I know exactly how I got here. Over a tank of experimental chemicals. I'm sure he'd say he tried to save me, but we all know he didn't. I fell. For a second, just as I hit the surface, I thought I may just get away with this.
I assume that wasn't the case.
Do I look like I got away with it?
You must think me a very sinister doctor. Oh, I do have a permit.
Seems to me you're just plain scared.
Yes, I am. I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, of good or evil, right or wrong. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up, because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
What do we do?
He's been here once tonight. I think he'll come back. I'm gonna wait for him.
Oh,